Well, hello everyone. We're headed into 2021 if we're not there already by the time you see this, and I've decided to have a particular project. Now, I haven't really been doing a lot of posting lately, and this is for you that are long-term subscribers to the channel. I really don't have a theme. It started out just sort of being a fun thing, and then for liability I did put it under a business name, register, and all that kind of good jazz. We've been doing that for a long time. Just recently YouTube sent me, in my terms of usage, said that, well, if you're not going to monetize, we're reserved the right to monetize on top of your videos. So the first thing we're going to look at is, I'm going to start running ads on it. I apologize. Please don't leave me because I run ads. They already basically telling me I'm a freeloader. I've got hundreds of hours of videos out here, and they're not making a dime off me sitting on their servers. So I got a letter saying, if you're not going to run ads, we're going to run ads for you. And why should I let them have all the money if I can maybe get a little bit, which may turn back into this very site, and maybe get you some more fresh content depending on how we are, what we got going on. I did retire a couple years ago because my knees went out and didn't get to go back to work. They wouldn't let me work from home, although 2020 was full of working from home, and that's where all the electronic stuff kind of went away, and a lot of people setting up stuff at the house, which might be fun, and some of them may even be able to run a profit off of it. It all depends. I mean, we've got several people running, you know, a daily post and underlying the current discussion of whatever's going on in politics in the world today. They'll also say a t-shirt or something like that. Some of them do you know, just fun things like whatever, just to draw the viewers in. So in my case, I was always kind of random, and I didn't like the idea of running commercials for the people that were kind enough to tune in to see me. However, apparently YouTube is never satisfied with what they do, and like I said, I got that little letter saying you better do that. So if I'm gonna have to run advertisements, I need to start running some content to keep you guys entertained. So this project that I got going on, I think I'm gonna do a couple of other projects as well, but the one project right off the bat is going to be how to set up a home studio, or how I set up my home studio. Because if you see what I did and why I did it, understand why I did it, you can say, well, that's not really pertinent to what I want to do. Well, that's pretty neat. I think I'm going to try that. But rather than doing what I had to do, which was go look into how to do a certain one little thing, and then how to do this other little thing, kind of put it together, kind of piecemealing it, I think what I will do is do this top down, just do it completely backwards from the way most people do. I think it would be better to do that. Now, what I did is I basically set up a studio that I could run a radio show from. And quite honestly, that would be nice if I had a radio station to run it on. But as it turns out, what started this was I have a kind of know to some degree a program director at a large market here in Middle Tennessee who asked me, do you know how to do video blogs? And I go, well, I know how to do videos and I can upload them. You don't have to necessarily run them live. I've never run anything live, but I've shot videos for years, just shot videos and edited on the home computer and posted them up. No real planned feature, so to speak, except for the SBR series. I started to do that a little bit different. But as the needs went out, I ended up having to be kind of limited on some of the stuff that I could do, so I kind of backed off on the production, and so has my viewership. Some of the old videos, surprisingly enough, like the cabinet bottom repair, that one's a big hit for some reason. So why they take one, why some work good and some don't, I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I've emulated pretty well much how a radio station works, to my understanding. You can do a video blog. I do one on the week every Friday for the real estate channel, and I just post up some numbers, some quick thing. You can shoot a video, put it up. You don't have to edit it a whole lot. You don't have to do as much editing as I do, but you can do it. That's one way. And the other way, I thought he was talking about doing some live stream, some live action, and so we can do that. And this OBS studio, which I base this on, is a openware type of product. Most of the products I use are open source, so you know, it's just a point of finding various bits and pieces and putting them together, integrating them in, making them work. And that's what I've done. So what I want to do is I want to start doing it backwards what everybody else does. I want to start out by showing you the overall room and the setup and the hardware, and start getting into it more and more specifics with various things. Audio took me a while to work out, because somebody can say, well, you can do scene audio, you can use global audio, and then how Windows works can mess you up too. So all that really took me a bit of time to figure out how to iron out how to make that work, and to integrate telephone calls. See, I can work like a radio station. You can call in and talk to me if I give you the telephone number when I'm there, and we can also then do remote interviews via Skype or Zoom or something like that, like everybody's doing in the 2020. And I can actually run, depending on the show I want to run, how I want to do it, I actually run the Studio K, the kitchen, Studio K. I can actually run a little interview around the table talking to somebody if I had engineer / producer on the other side running the hardware behind the scenes. So it just depends on how you can do it. I can do lead-in audio, audio clips, news clips, different pages. We can pretty well much do everything. So I started out with some things and trying to be cheap, and finally I had to add this and I had to add that, and next thing I wanted to do this. But it's just how I worked up a studio with really not too much more money than what I already had. So I hope you enjoy it. It may seem a little strange because you might wonder, why am I doing this? That's just personal preference, and it certainly is. But in your mind, when you plan on doing something and when you actually do it, if you have a third person or second person out here talking to you and working with you, and you're trying to coordinate it while running live, that's a bigger job than people give it credit for. I think most people are sitting down with one camera, recording a stream, maybe cutting a couple of pieces out, then uploading afterwards. And we've done that for, what, 12, 15 years. I don't know how long we've been doing this. And you can do a daily thing. Now, my subjects are never daily. They're just kind of like, what do I have today? What am I having to fix? What's my latest toy I bought? How can I have some fun? And now maybe we're going to get some advertisement going. I don't know if I mentioned this. I'll repeat myself. I haven't. YouTube sent me a little letter in their terms of agreement which said, we reserve the right to monetize your videos if we want to. And I think I took that as, dude, you got thousands of hours of stuff out here on our server, and we ain't making a dime off of you. You freeloading son of a gun. So if you're not going to sell, if you're not going to do advertisements, we're going to do them for you. And the way they work is, if somebody buys an advertisement and they run it on the various videos throughout the platform, and then if somebody clicks it or does whatever they do, there's a percentage that goes to the person whose channel it's sitting on, and a percentage that goes to the YouTube people. So that's how they make money. I got a bunch of hours sitting out there that I've not had to pay a dime for, so to speak, and they haven't earned a dime off of. So I think I'm at that point. We're going to have to monetize this channel just to keep it going. And of course, if we got enough viewers, enough money coming in, maybe do a Patreon, we might do a little bit more firearm related stuff. I got some new projects I'd like to do. I've got 2 new calibers I'd like to do, and I'd like to do some gel with that. But I got to get some gel, I got to get some stuff, all the stuff I got to have time to do it. So this first series is going to be, how did I set up this live studio to pretty well much do what you would have a radio station do. I mean, you can set somebody in to take calls, you can do interviews, video, remote, whatever. It's actually pretty flexible, but I'm going to start with, here's the room, here's the hardware, let's drill down into it. This is the program I use for graphics, this is the program I use for audio, this is the program I use for, and we'll just get to it. We'll make some sense out of it for you. And I think it'll be a little bit better doing that kind of stuff rather than just saying, well, here you can nest a scene. Well, what good is that? Why do I need to? I can kind of show you some of the stuff you might do to help your organization out. So anyway, that's it. We've run about 10 minutes. That's about as long as I want any one video to run. Some of them may be shorter than that. If it's just, maybe we get to a point somebody asks a simple question and it's worth answering via video, we can do that. So anyway, we appreciate you. Keep tuning in. Don't quit coming, because we're going to have to start doing some of those ads. I took the hint was given me that if I don't monetize this particular channel, YouTube has the right to monetize for me. So you may end up having to watch the advertisements whether I want to or not. So I might as well do some, at least then maybe it might help me produce some better videos of what you guys would be interested in seeing. So maybe you don't want to set up a home studio, but it's really not that hard. So get out there, get you a graphic art designer, draw you up some t-shirts and sell you some stuff. Maybe show you a new hat. I don't know. Appreciate you guys. Hang in there. We're going to get through 2021. We got through 2020. We're going to get through 2021. And have a blessed night.